Wood chip pile in the middle. You can all pull from the same one. For your wood chips, you want, generally speaking, you want your wood chips to be equal to your total carbohydrate pile. So this is your carbohydrate. This is your carbohydrate. Okay, these are think of them as foods, like, whereas that's more carbon. Okay, so carbohydrate, carbon, so to speak. This has other things in it, lots of fats and proteins. The reason we use rice bran or oats is because it has high fat protein profiles. It's not like wheat. Wheat is all like sugars, like simple sugars, whereas rice has a lot more fats and proteins. So the fungus likes to eat the fats. It likes to break apart the fats and use those lipids and leave behind acids because they're fatty acid chains. Anyways, make a pile with this. Add as much the taro shavings, the kalo shavings as you want, and then match that pile with wood chips. So if you have, a pile this big, this wide with rice bran and kalo, then you want this big, this wide, the exact same with wood chips. Okay? So just put the pile right on the ground. So bust open your bag with your shovel, put the pile right on the ground, and then we're gonna start adding your material.
Are we gonna use the whole thing?
You're gonna use the whole thing, so bust them. You guys want to learn how to always wouldn't hurt? I would use a healthy amount.
25 is you.
25% to 100%, so if you got, if you want to just say, I use 4 or 5 scoops, that's fine too. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, the same thing. It's more fresh.
Put them on the side, Kalau, so we can see them.
Yeah, side gives you a good visual of how much you're using. But it's okay, it doesn't matter. It's all going to the same place.
Probably like 4 more scoops. Why guys don't stick the whole
How much scoop is that, Uncle? How much scoop is it? 4, yeah?
4. If it's not working,
Yeah, if we put it side by side, we sort of get an idea visually. That thing's about less than a quarter, right?
Yeah, let's.
Do we want more? Do we want? How do you feel? Do you want to just experiment with this, or do we want more? It's your choice.
well, we're not
We're
gonna
gonna
take
find out if it works or not. So it's totally a good experiment right now.
A little bit more.
I'm gonna do 2 more scoops.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, who's ready? Yeah. All right, now you gotta match your pile with wood. So you got the wood chips right here.
match it to right on the side.
Yeah, put them on the side for now so you can get a good guesstimate of how much you have. So the fungus uses the wood chips, the carbon source, as part of its food. It likes to eat the rice, but it also likes carbon.
Alright, you get the brains.
Yeah.
And then now we're gonna match the
Yeah, and so I was taught just straight rice bran by Master Cho, and then I went to Korea and I watched how they made it, and they use rice straw to cover it, but it always is incorporated. Ends up about a big amount of rice straw gets into the mix, so that's your high carbon, but it's not in the long run. Because everybody's failing. They taught us to use wheat bran. Wheat bran is what they taught when they came, and everybody couldn't make good IMO. So I got out the microscope. I made 3 piles, put them all side by side. Wheat bran plus by itself. Wheat bran plus wood chips. Wheat bran plus wood chips and humic acid. Made it all the exact same with the same inoculum. Looked at it finished under the microscope. Wheat bran by itself, almost no fungus. Wheat bran with wood chips, tons of fungal life. Wheat bran with wood chips and humic acid. And so these guys used a little bit extra carbon. They got a little bit more pile size carbon than their carbohydrates. See that? So when you write your note, no, you're fine. But when you write your notes, write, oh, we use like 10% more carbon than carbohydrate. Put it in your notes. So everybody, stop, pause, because this is for your education, extremely important. Every decision you make for the rest of the time, we need you to log it. The reason is, your pile is, because of your decisions, going to perform differently than their pile. And I want you to know why. Because then you have the understanding, the wisdom to know next time which decisions to make it go the way you want it to go. Not to be it happening to you, but that you are the master of the craft. So that's why we need your notes, because I'm going to put it on the board and say, see, they chose this much carbon, so their temperature curve went like this, whereas your temperature curve went like this. So I'm going to teach your decisions back to you so that you understand why. But I need you to have those notes so that you can understand it. I don't need to understand it. I understand it. And I want to help you guys understand it so that it's like making, what's a really difficult dessert that everybody loves but not everybody's good at making, like butter mochi or something. Like those ratios that you put in there. Kulolo. You know, what the recipe is matters. How you make it, and then even the intention you bring to it matters, right? So when we work with IMO, our intentions are we bring this love. When I took notes from Master Cho, I'm sitting there. I'm a 750 acre farmer, okay? And he's teaching me how to make it with wheelbarrow scale. And I'm like, oh, one wheelbarrow at a time, 750 acres, it's like 30 years. Okay, so I'm trying to figure this out, but on my notes, like every other sentence is love. And I'm like, how am I gonna put all that love, 750 acres. What does love mean? What is this? I'm trying to, and then I've come to understand, like, I think for the mainlanders, the way I explain love is a conscientious care for what you're doing. Bringing that intention to what you're doing, you come out with a result that is something you would feed to your children. But if you bring an intention to this, kind of like maybe how you treat a rental car, maybe you're not going to have the best results, right? It's not going to last. But if you bring it like how you would treat your children, or making food for them, or caring for their health, you're going to get a result that is excellent, and it'll pay you in farming. So intention matters. Love matters. Master Cho would say a farmer can only farm as big as their heart. That is the maximum size of a farmer's farm. So with this,
heat-wise, temperature-wise.
yeah, we'll get there. Right now, so you guys have all taken notes on kind of your decisions you made. Now, once you get to this stage and you've kind of taken everything down, we want to mingle these materials dry. Before we add any of our materials, you want to get them really even, mixed together dry, because it's easiest to mix. So go ahead and mingle them. You can mingle with your hands. It's kind of easy. You get a couple sides and just go like this. Pretty easy to do. I'll help you guys.